The clock is always counting down in the news industry. There are only so many minutes in each of our newscasts. But at WFAA, we like to do things a little differently. We give extra time to stories of hope and emotion. We call them our WFAA Originals. They let our photojournalists shine and showcase their storytelling abilities.
Oh, yes! Do it for the gram! Do it, you know?
Super kick, and that could be all she wrote.
It makes me cry, it makes me happy. It's all I've ever wanted.
Yes, thank you.
You're very welcome.
My heart's still beating. So I just tell him, well, it's gonna be okay. God's got you.
It is WFAA's opportunity to really present great storytelling.
Jason had to come home.
Free. I just feel freedom.
Our WFAA Originals, I think, are the cream of the crop of what we do. They represent the best storytelling, the best writing, the best videography, the best of everything.
They didn't deserve to be killed like that.
You are worthy. You are loved.
I'd hope that he would know that he's not alone, that he's got a lot of people pulling for him.
You want to make the viewer feel something. And I think these do an incredible job of that.
How are you? He said.
The house in Frisco is easy to find.
He asked you how you are.
It's the only one celebrating a 100th birthday.
How are you?
I'm all right.
Bernie Suter's birthday.
What's it like being 100 years old?
100?
Yes, you're 100. What is it like? You said I'm an old
fart.
But Bernie Suter is so much more than that. A World War II veteran, a machine gun-toting soldier his buddies called Smiley, who stormed Utah Beach on D-Day and helped liberate a concentration camp near the Czechoslovakian border.
Do you remember where you went to fight World War II?
The problem, at 100.
Did you land on a beach?
Yeah.
In Normandy?
Bernie's memories.
Utah?
Are beginning to fade.
Utah Beach.
Yeah. I tell people who want to talk to him that I'm his memory now. Sorry.
Sandy Suter Richards is his only child.
He's been my hero for a long time, and because I've known his story for a long time. I just think somebody has to keep the story going.
And on a Saturday morning,
that is awesome.
Reinforcements arrived.
Isn't that cool?
To help her keep telling that story.
Ah, thank you, Cheryl.
A 100-car parade, some vintage, some World War II, and even a golf cart or two. Outside Saddlebrook Memory Care in Frisco, where Bernie lives.
I love you, Pop.
Even a Cessna overhead.
Oh, the plane up there, Bernie, look!
Towing a Happy Birthday Bernie banner.
He's told me many, many stories.
And for a devoted daughter,
he's trying to keep as much of his memory alive as possible.
A captive audience to keep telling all those stories to anyone who'd listen.
I am just extremely proud of him, even though, you know, he's not always in the moment anymore, but I am, and our family is. We need to pass that along to our children, what these people were able to do to save our freedoms that we have today. Bernie, I don't know you, but I wish I did.
And back at home in a basket in her backyard.
To Bernie, happy 100th birthday.
More evidence for a daughter that Bernie's stories are still very much alive.
How cool is this?
Hundreds of cards for his 100th birthday from all over the world.
Thank you for your service and protecting our country.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
The message in all this from a daughter is that we all eventually become the keepers of our parents' memories. But when it comes to her dad, Bernie Suter,
I have to say, I thought I was the only one tooting the horn for a long time.
She learned on a sunny Saturday morning in Frisco that she'll never be tooting that horn alone.
Now I see there are a lot of others out there.
In Frisco, I'm Kevin Reese.
Thanks, Lisa. Thank you.
I mean, they're always present and they're always with me.
One step at a time. Staying in the moment. 1 mile at a time. I've already been through the worst pain, so that's why I know that I can fight through this. These trails and this road is like my church. You gotta stay right here, and all I see is Reagan and Grant cheering me on.
Karen Sparks hasn't set foot on these grounds in 4.5 years.
Because I can't believe truly that this is my life. It was like a dream. And you know, I wake up every day to a nightmare.
On this Saturday morning in late October,
good morning.
Good morning.
Karen woke up to what many might consider a nightmare. A goal of running 100 miles in the next 30 hours.
I'm trying to find my headlamp right now.
Setting off on a day-and-a-half journey to take her life back.
My life ended November 1st, 2015.
In the fall of 2015, Karen was going through a bitter divorce with her husband of 11 years.
I drove him to school.
And Halloween weekend was to be her husband David's time with their children, Reagan and Grant.
We said our prayers before they entered school. I watched them walk into school, and that is the last time I ever saw Reagan and Grant.
Two children apparently lost their lives at the hands of their father.
Karen received a phone call Sunday afternoon, November 1st, that her house was on fire.
She calls me, and she's screaming on the phone. Dad, he's killing my kids. He's killing my kids. I said, what? Stop. What are you talking about? My house is on fire. He's killing the kids.
There's no way. He would never do that. But in that instant, it was my mom, that mom gut feeling, and I said, he's hurting them, he's killing them, and he's getting back at me.
In the 5 years since, running has become Karen's addiction.
My kids were athletes, and they ran track.
A half marathon gave way to a full marathon, which led to ultra running.
Doing 50Ks, 50 milers, and I just did 100K.
And on the 5-year anniversary of her children's death, 100 miles to honor them, no matter how crazy anyone thinks it may be.
I can't tell you the number of times I've looked there and said, look, don't do this to yourself anymore. You can do it another way. Don't do this. And for her to look me in the eye and say, Dad, I'm doing it.
And if I quit, then Reagan and Grant die a second death. And I will not have that. I will not stand for that.
Neither will they, revealing themselves to her throughout her run.
Being out on those trails it's a whole nother world. You see and you notice things that you would never notice. Reagan's at my right, Grant's at my left, and God's at my back. Nothing can stop me. That's what keeps me going.
And with friends who came in from all over the country, to keep going, she did.
It's really special to see her do this.
Amazing how far she's come. Able to do this for them.
She's a hero. She's just a hero to so many people. Her strength, her resiliency, this is her moment. She's taking this weekend back.
We rewrote
November 1st, 2015, and we conquered this 100 miles together.
All of us that are believers, we've got the same amount of time. We'll all live the same amount of time, eternity. Reagan and Grant just got a little more of heaven than we will.
100 miles, a Herculean feat, but it's nothing compared to a lifetime spent scaling a mountain of grief.
There is no closure. It's just the beginning.
In McKinney, I'm Mike Leslie.
I want to help other people like my dad, and I want to do that for the rest of my life.
If you ask him really nicely, this 12-year-old who comes from a family of musicians will let you hear his heart.
Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore.
And I'm honestly grateful to the doctors and especially to God and technology, that he's here.
Still here, with a song in his heart, a pacemaker keeping time, and a message to the next kid that their next verse is possible too.
I love you.
You totally undersold that. You totally undersold that.
It was so much demand, Mo Sanders opened Goodfoot Skates in Oak Cliff, Dallas, in the middle of a global pandemic.
We had a line outside the door.
Roller skates are back ordered, and every new box is sold quickly.
You're all set. Everybody's roller skating. How you doing? Good, man. Welcome to the shop. It's really cool to see it come back around again.
To Mo Sanders.
Okay.
He welcomes every new customer who wants to learn, buy, or customize skates.
I'm 53 years old.
Like Samuel Agezabal.
For 30 years, I'm a truck driver.
He's newer to the skating world, but has the mindset it's never too late to skate. From the concrete floors of Mo's shop to the glossy wood at Roller World Northeast in Haltom City.
Your first thing you want to do is like, dude, I want to work at the range.
It looks easy. You make it look real easy, but it's not.
Sam used to stay on the sidelines watching his daughter Isabella skate.
I used to feel bad because he would just stand there and watch me.
And now he's just as obsessed.
He wasn't that bad at first, but now he's very good.
A 53-year-old truck driver and his speed skating daughter.
Just like you say, gooder and gooder.
Gooder and gooder.